Good morning, love muscles. It's Tomb Goblin, and thank you for joining my T.O.A, gear progression, and tier list. On this channel, we value two things above all else: fine meats in tube form, and quality old school RuneScape content. Melee gear and equipment. Void armor. If you're trying to look for some good learner gear for the raid, look no further. Choosing to use this gear will allow for minimal gear swaps, letting you bring more potions and heals for learning raids 3. Its mid-tier stats and overall flexibility will land this gear a solid C or D on the list. The Fire Cape. This iconic cape can be found most commonly on the back of most adventurers, providing second highest overall for melee strength bonus. The Fire Cape earns an easy A. Fighter Torso. Often referred to as the free Bandos chestplate, the fighter's torso packs a similar strength bonus to the BCP but lacks its defensive qualities. This item can be achieved by completing the Barbarian Assault minigame, and I feel the proper home for this item should be in the B tier. Dragon Claws. Do not be fooled by the high price and market demand for this item. The damage output and extremely niche application in the raid makes this weapon overall not worth the inventory slot. There are much better weapons worth carrying for special attack, and overall I plant this weapon in the E tier. Abyssal Whip. The good old trusty whip would be my absolute minimum recommendation for a melee weapon in the T.O.A. Its cheap price, availability, and mediocre stats land this weapon comfortably in the D tier. The Grazi Rapier. This finely tuned killing machine provides the highest strength and stab bonus out of any weapon for its attack speed. In addition to not degrading, unlike the Abyssal Tentacle, this makes the Rapier the melee weapon with the highest damage output for general use, which is why the Rapier finds itself comfortably in the A tier. The Amulet of Torture. This amulet is purely offensive, giving the highest melee attack bonuses of any next slot item. These aggressive attributes slam the Torture in the S tier slot. The Dragon Defender. The Dragon Defender is the second strongest defender in old school RuneScape. Its defensive bonuses are comparable to those of an adamant square shield, and its strength bonus is surpassed only by the Dragonfire Shield and the Avernic Defender, landing it between the A and the B tier. Barrow's Gloves. Barrow's Gloves provide the second highest offensive bonuses for range, the second highest offensive magic bonus, and the second highest strength bonus in slot, making these gloves a Tribrid Raider's dream come true, finding these inexpensive gloves in no less than the A tier. Dragon Boots. Dragon Boots are commonly used due to their strength bonus and relatively low cost. They are amongst the strongest boots defensively and are only surpassed by the upgraded version Primordial Boots, as well as the Bandos boots and their respective upgrade, the Guardian Boots, earning the respected boots in A to B tier. The Zamorakian Hasta. The Zami Hasta is the third most effective stab weapon behind the Grazi Rapier and the Osmund's Fang. This one-handed spear pairs well with the solid offhand and is budget friendly and can be easily placed in the B tier. The Abyssal Tentacle. The Tentacle is an upgraded version of the Abyssal Whip. Due to the volatile nature of the weapon, the Abyssal Tentacle degrades as it's used, each hit costing approximately 150 GP and costing upwards to 225,000 an hour to use. The Tentacle Whip, having overall higher stats than the Abyssal Whip, finds itself in the heart of the C tier. Torva Armour. Needing little introduction, the legendary Torva Armour set and pieces will offer the overall best in slot strength bonus, as well as shock and awe those captivated by its chic look and almighty power, absolutely windmill slamming it into the S tier. The Amulet of Fury. The Amulet of Fury is one of the most powerful amulets available in old school RuneScape, as it has an equivalent attack bonus to the Amulet of Glory and superior defensive, strength, and prayer bonus. While the Amulet of Fury has the highest all-around stats and is generally regarded as the most versatile amulet, several other amulets surpass it in individual bonuses, landing it a B or a C on the tier list. Bandos Armour. Bandos Armour is among the most powerful melee armors in old school RuneScape. Because it never degrades, it's ideal for training, raiding, and other prolonged combat encounters. It has considerably lower defense bonuses and stab and slash defense compared to the Barrows plate bodies and Justiciar armor, but the strength bonus still makes it one of the most popular choices due to the slightly increased damage per second it provides. I don't find it necessary to place this awesome armor any lower than A on the list. Osmund's Fang. The Fang has two unique passive effects, which aim to make it effective against targets with high defense levels and more consistent overall. Rerolling accuracy on an unsuccessful hit and making damage rolls closer to the average. In light of the recent nerf, the Death Fang still fortunately rerolls your player's attack as well as the monster's defense inside the Tombs of Amascut, putting this instrument of destruction straight to the S tier for the raid. A Vernic Defender. This defender boasts the highest strength bonus of any shield slot equipment. It also has the highest melee attack bonus of any shield slot equipment. Don't let the high price deter you from this coveted best in-slot upgrade. The Avernic Defender can confidently find its home in the S tier. Primordial Boots. Primordial Boots provide the highest strength bonus of any pair of boots in the game. With the addition of the Primordial Crystal to your Dragon Boots, these best-in-slot boots will be the only boot found on my foot in the T.O.A, brandishing a solid S tier. The Amulet of Blood Fury. The Amulet of Blood Fury is an amulet of fury temporarily enhanced with the Blood Shard, granting a passive chance for Life Leech on melee attacks. When dealing melee damage, the amulet grants a passive 20% chance to heal 30% of the damage dealt on any hit. Once created, the amulet has 10,000 charges. Additional blood shards can be used to charge the amulet up to a maximum of 30,000 charges. A charge is depleted for every successful hit, regardless of whether the amulet's effect triggers, which is why the amulet finds itself in the A to B tier. The Serpentine Helm. The Serpentine Helm is a degradable helmet with defensive bonuses that are comparable to that of Barrow's helmets, without the prayer bonus that the Varric's helmet offers. It's the third highest strength bonus of all helmets. Although its high cost of use makes other helmets more convenient for general use, when charged and equipped, the helmet grants immunity to venom and poison. The opponent has a chance to be inflicted with venom for every successful hit the player does, provided that they are not immune to it, seeding this robust helmet in the C tier in the T.O.A. The Infernal Cape. The elusive and mighty Infernal Cape is a superior variant of the Fire Cape. It has over twice as many offensive bonuses as the Fire Cape, along with higher defensive bonuses. And in terms of overall buffs, it is the most powerful melee cape in the land of Gielinor. This god tier piece of gear with authority belongs to none less than the highest echelon of the S tier. The Charis Partisan. Charis Partisan retains the effects of the Charis, dealing 33% bonus damage against all Calphites and Scarabites, alongside a 1 in 51 chance of puncturing their exoskeleton, dealing triple damage. Players can attach one of 3 jewels, which are obtained as rewards from the Tombs of Amascut. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my future video further explaining the Charis Partisan working in conjunction with its 3 powerful gems and their effects. I find it suitable to consider carrying the Charis into the T.O.A and homing it as is in the D slot without any of the gems. The Nezi Helm. The stats of this helm are roughly akin to those of a Berserker helm. However, the Helm of neitiznot has an additional +3 prayer bonus, +1 crush, and +3 magic defense bonus, and does not possess a negative magic and range attack bonus, making it an ideal tribrid helmet for Raids 3, suitably placing the Nezi Helm in the D tier on the list. The Dragon Dagger Poison ++. The Dragon Dagger Poison ++ is the second strongest dagger available in old school RuneScape behind the Abyssal Dagger. This small weapon is beyond essential for Phase 2 of the Warden's fight in the T.O.A. Coveted strictly for the use of its special attack, the Dragon Dagger Poison ++ humbly reminds us that it's not the size of the weapon, but how you decide to handle it, sliding this readily available weapon into the solid A tier. The Scythe of Vidr. The Scythe, well known for its prowess, high price, usage cost, and ultimate power, to our surprise has almost no home in our beloved Raids 3, being outclassed by our raid-decorated Osmond's Fang and Grazi Rapier. This weapon is best left for encounters such as Fasani's Nightmare and the Theater of Blood, unfortunately landing it in the F tier. The neitiznot Face Guard. The neitiznot Face Guard is an upgraded helm of neitiznot. In addition to offering increased defensive bonuses, its strength bonus is doubled, giving it the second highest of any helmet behind the Torva Full Helm, easily slotting this thwarting helm a solid A. Well, holy fucking moly, that was a long one, and thanks for hanging around. I hope this video can help somebody, and if you can be the first to comment below the Easter egg I've hidden in the video, I'll buy you 1 month worth of old school RuneScape membership via bonds. Please let me know if you enjoyed the video and if you would like to see the Magic and Ranger editions made in the near future. And until next time, Sausage Daddies, Tomb Goblin out.